Everyone has their favorite video game characters and games. I have many, but there is one franchise and character that I love so much: Donkey Kong.
Okay!
DK has been one of my favorite Nintendo characters and simply one of my favorite video game characters ever. I can't remember the first time I was introduced to Donkey Kong, but it was at its peak of DK in the late 90s and early 2000s. Donkey Kong during this era was amid the Donkey Kong Country series, Donkey Kong Country the TV show, Super Smash Bros., Diddy Kong Racing, and Donkey Kong 64. This era of Donkey Kong holds an exceptional place in my heart, with every still of the Country series and the primitive yet super expressive promotional images of Donkey Kong and the gang. And when I still come across these images today, they fill me with a heavy dose of nostalgia and warmth, as I remember countless hours of playing Donkey Kong Country on my Game Boy Advance in the early 2000s. The first DK game I owned was Donkey Kong Country for the Game Boy Advance. For my 7th birthday or so, I remember asking for the DKC port for the GBA. Thankfully, Mom got me Donkey Kong Country. I was excited and I could not wait to dive into what would be a legendary game for me, one of my favorites. Unfortunately, this birthday was at the peak of my parents' divorce, so I found a lot of comfort in Donkey Kong Country and Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. Since then, Donkey Kong has become a character with whom I share a strong connection, whether it's just his big dumb face that makes me laugh, or the genuine charm the character and games have on me. I love the characters and world of DK. Let's look back at 2018 when we were all chomping at the bit with the latest Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news. I was sold on the game, which would finally be ported to the Switch, but with E3 that year, we learned we were getting more than we expected. Ridley the Space Pirate from the Metroid franchise was announced, and everyone is here. All of the former Smash Bros. Attendees were back in one ultimate package. As the Nintendo Direct went onward, we got treated with more and more information, until the Nintendo Direct of August 2018, when dreams were made. As the Direct came to a close, we were treated with a massive reveal of none other than King K. Rool in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. For a good reason, King K. Rool is one of my favorite Nintendo villains thanks to the DKC series. The reveal was splendid, and there was a massive celebration for King K. Rool and Donkey Kong as they closed out the reveal with a clash of DK and Diddy Kong with the King. This only gets amplified a year later with the reveal of Banjo-Kazooie in Ultimate as well, as we see Diddy, DK, and K. Rool chilling until the bear and the bird are reunited with their rare friends. I had no idea I wanted this relationship between King K. Rool and the Donkey Kong crew, but seeing what they did for this reveal, especially with Banjo-Kazooie, was awesome, and I just want to see more of this. The most recent shakeup to Donkey Kong was a fantastic redesign for the Super Mario Bros. Movie. I had already covered this redesign in a video, but I will reiterate that this design is phenomenal. I love the look and feel of DK in that movie, and I hope that moving onward into a new video game series, we can grab a little bit of that character design and put it into a new game. Seth Rogen was fine in the movie as Donkey Kong, and seeing the cameos of some of the other DK crew in the film was also excellent. As for now, Donkey Kong is in a static place, with most of his appearances being cameos as playable characters in Mario Party, Mario Sports, and Mario Kart games. We had a new Mario vs. Donkey Kong game that came out this year that I haven't gotten around to yet, and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe brought back some of my favorite racers, Diddy and Funky Kong. However, while these characters show up as guests in certain Mario games, it feels like as if DK has been getting recycled quite often over the last 15 years. This fall, we are getting a second re-release of Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is cool, but we have played this game a few times now, initially on Wii and then ported to the 3DS. I love that Returns and Tropical Freeze are both on the Switch now. Still, I would love to see a return of the Kremlings in a final entry in the Returns trilogy with an epic face-off of DK and the Croc Gang. Sakurai promoting King K. Rool in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and seeing that glimpse further of DK and K. Rool just chilling has warmed my heart so much. Their reactions are priceless to Banjo-Kazooie, and I love the dynamic that he showed there. I'm shocked Nintendo didn't capitalize on this with a new game or just feedback on something new for Donkey Kong. In conclusion, Donkey Kong is a comfort effort character, and the world of DKC games and the overall goofy nature of Donkey Kong and the DK crew are some of my best childhood memories. When I see Donkey Kong or any of the characters associated with the character, I can't help but smile. I love that we still see these characters occasionally, but I want more from them. I understand the use of re-releases and ports of older games to newer systems, but I hope that this second release of Donkey Kong Country Returns ushers in a new Donkey Kong experience. I'd love a revived Donkey Kong Racing that was scrapped in the early 2000s, or a port or a sequel of Diddy Kong Racing for the NSO, or ultimately the big one, a full-blown Donkey Kong 3D game evolved from the ideas of Donkey Kong 64, Country, and inspired by 3D Mario platformers. I think something like that would be incredible for Donkey Kong. So that's it for this episode today. I really hope you enjoyed it. I love Donkey Kong, and I love the characters involved in the franchise and the series. Whenever I see Diddy Kong, Funky Kong, King K. Rool, I think it is so cool every time they show up somewhere. I just want more from this franchise. As I said, we got a Mario vs. Donkey Kong remake, which I really want to play, and I will get to by the end of the year. But I hope we get a Diddy Kong Racing port on NSO. I would love a new Donkey Kong game in terms of like a Donkey Kong 64, Mario Odyssey type thing. I think that would be amazing. But there is so much with this franchise and characters that I love. Like, I could not believe that we actually got an amiibo, a full-on figure of King K. Rool. This is so cool. His introduction to Smash Brothers is truly one of my favorite video game moments in recent years, and even that's been a little bit ago at this point. But a King K. Rool amiibo, and he looks awesome. He's perfect. Not to mention just amazing amiibos. I love amiibos. I need to go ahead and try and... I have all the Donkey Kong ones, but I love the characters, and even seeing Banjo-Kazooie. Oh my god. That is just... It was so cool. But those Smash Brothers introductions of Banjo and King K. Rool in particular scratched that itch that it was like, I want to see these characters come back. And it felt like King K. Rool's introduction to Smash Brothers was leading on to become something. I think we saw like a claptrap halfway through that same King K. Rool announcement direct, but obviously it was beforehand. And I was like, oh my god, it's happening. We're going to see Kremlings again. And we just never did. So I would love to see a new Donkey Kong video game with the Kremlings. I think that would be awesome. But it all started with Donkey Kong Country on the GBA for me. This is a huge game for me personally. I love this version. I prefer it over the SNES. Obviously, I am biased because it's the first version I played, but I love the sound effects. I love the colors. I love the portability. You can save anywhere in this game. It's very special to me, and it's a very important game, and so is the character of Donkey Kong, and even King K. Rool and Diddy Kong. I love these characters, and they mean a lot to me. So today, as of this recording, as I'm publishing this video, is my birthday. It's my 29th birthday. So I wanted to go ahead, and I was thinking about making a Donkey Kong video for my birthday, and here we are. So we went ahead and we made it. We did a Donkey Kong video for my 29th B-Day. And I've been thinking about it for like a month or so. So I'm happy to get all the footage together, happy to make this. Felt good making it. And as I said, very important characters, very important video game. I love this. I love this character. I want to see more. I hope we get that Donkey Kong movie that's subtly announced. I hope I want to go and see Donkey Kong Land at Universal when that comes out, but really cool. And again, I love this character. I want to see more from them. I'm really excited to see what Nintendo will do. Maybe there's going to be a Donkey Kong Country Returns, like a 3. The third entry will be with the Switch 2. Who knows? Obviously, we will cover it here on the channel. But with that all being said, that is it for this episode today. Please let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this video. Did you like it? If you did, please like it. I've noticed that the more interactions with these videos, I do get a lot more views. I think it pops up in the algorithm for a lot more people. I hate asking for views, hate asking for subscriptions. But if you did enjoy any of my work, I always appreciate it. So please, if you can leave a comment, subscribe, like it, whatever. means a lot to me. I love making these videos, and some videos like this feel really good. I loved making this Donkey Kong video. So, as always, my name is Brandon, and I will see you all next time.